flags waving proudly, crowds chanting patriotic slogans, and leaders delivering fiery speeches often create a powerful sense of national unity. Love for one's country can inspire courage, sacrifice, and collective strength. However, when patriotism becomes blind devotion and turns into hostility toward other nations, it transforms into something far more dangerous, known as jingoism. This extreme form of nationalism promotes aggression, intolerance, and the belief that one's nation is superior to all others. Throughout history, jingoism has influenced wars, political conflicts, and social divisions, making it an important issue to understand in the modern world. Jingoism is an extreme form of nationalism characterized by aggressive patriotism, blind loyalty to one's country, and the belief that national interests should be pursued forcefully, even at the cost of conflict or hostility toward other nations. The term originated in 19th-century Britain during a period of political tension with Russia. Supporters of war and imperial expansion used a popular song containing the phrase "by Jingo," which eventually gave rise to the word jingoism. Over time, the concept came to represent excessive nationalism that values military strength, dominance, and superiority above diplomacy, cooperation, and mutual respect among nations. Although patriotism and love for one's country are generally viewed positively, jingoism crosses a dangerous line by encouraging intolerance, aggression, and hatred toward outsiders. Jingoism often emerges during times of political uncertainty, economic hardship, or national crisis. Leaders and political groups may use emotional speeches, propaganda, and media campaigns to stir public emotions and unite citizens against a perceived enemy. In such situations, people are encouraged to believe that their nation is always right and morally superior, while other countries are portrayed as threats or enemies. This intense emotional appeal can create fear and anger, making citizens more willing to support military action or discriminatory policies. History has shown that jingoistic attitudes can easily manipulate public opinion and reduce critical thinking among the masses. One of the major dangers of jingoism is its ability to fuel wars and international conflicts. When citizens are taught to glorify military power and view compromise as weakness, peaceful solutions become difficult to achieve. Governments influenced by jingoistic ideas may adopt aggressive foreign policies, expand military spending, or interfere in the affairs of other nations. Such actions often increase tensions and create hostility between countries. The two world wars provide examples of how extreme nationalism and aggressive patriotism contributed to devastating global conflicts. In many cases, leaders used national pride and fear to justify violence, territorial expansion, and oppression. It can divide societies by encouraging suspicion and hatred toward minority communities, immigrants, or people with different cultural backgrounds. Citizens who criticize government actions may be labeled unpatriotic or disloyal, even when they raise valid concerns. As a result, freedom of expression and democratic debate can suffer. In extreme situations, jingoism can lead to censorship, authoritarian rule, and human rights abuses. When people are pressured to conform to a single national identity, diversity and independent thought are often suppressed. The media plays an important role in either promoting or challenging jingoistic attitudes. Newspapers, television channels, films, and social media platforms can shape public perceptions about national identity and foreign nations. Sensational reporting and emotionally charged narratives may encourage people to react with anger or fear instead of understanding complex political issues rationally. During wars or political disputes, biased media coverage can intensify public hostility and create an atmosphere of blind patriotism. However, Responsible journalism can help citizens develop balanced perspectives by presenting facts, encouraging dialogue, and promoting international understanding. Education is another important factor in preventing jingoism. Schools and universities have the responsibility to teach students about history, global cooperation, human rights, and cultural diversity. When young people learn to appreciate different cultures and viewpoints, they become less vulnerable to extremist nationalist ideas. Critical thinking skills are essential because they enable individuals to question propaganda and analyze political messages carefully. A healthy society encourages patriotism based on shared values, democratic principles, and social responsibility rather than hatred or aggression toward others. It is important to distinguish between patriotism and jingoism. Patriotism involves love, respect, and concern for one's country, while still recognizing the value and dignity of other nations and peoples. A patriotic citizen may work to improve the country through constructive criticism and peaceful cooperation. Jingoism, on the other hand, demands unquestioning loyalty and often rejects criticism as betrayal. It promotes the idea that national greatness depends on dominance and military strength rather than justice, equality, or compassion. Therefore, while patriotism can strengthen national unity positively, jingoism can create conflict and intolerance. In the modern world, globalization has made nations increasingly interconnected through trade, technology, communication, and environmental challenges. Jingoistic attitudes can prevent countries from working together effectively and may increase global tensions. For this reason, promoting mutual respect, diplomacy, and cultural understanding is essential for maintaining peace and stability. In conclusion, jingoism is a dangerous and extreme form of nationalism that encourages blind patriotism, aggression, and hostility toward other nations and groups. Although it may temporarily unite people through emotional appeals to national pride, its long-term consequences often include conflict, intolerance, and social division. History repeatedly demonstrates that excessive nationalism can lead to war, oppression, and the erosion of democratic values. Jingoism also has harmful effects on pandemics for humanity, and economic instability require international cooperation rather than aggressive nationalism for building a peaceful and progressive world.